Hello guys, welcome back. So in the last video we created up this login page here. So in this video we are going to navigate up to this sign up page and we are going to create up this sign up page here. So without further ado, let's get started. So I think now what has remained here is to create our sign in page, and let's do this right now. Okay, now let's just come downside here and we want to create here some room so that we can create our login page. After that, here we want to create our sign up page. Now let's navigate here. As you can see here, we have our sign up page, and this sign up page here contains a lot of text fields. So we can try to wrap our state inside a state holder, and this is useful to decouple the state from the composable so that we have the states and the behaviors of the states inside the class, a separate class that we can easily manage and we can easily use. So this one can replace the view model in a sense that we can start to use this class and not a view model. And when we want to make this state survive configuration changes, you have to use a remember save variables, which can help you to restore the state when the process has received a death or anything else. Now let's navigate here to the UI and create a new Kotlin class or file, and we're going to create a class, and this one we are going to call this sign up state. So you could have a class that contains all of these states, or one class that contains a specific composable state. So for our case here, we are going to have only one composable state. So now we have to create all of those states which we want for our text field. So for example, here we are going to have the first name, of our state inside this class, and we have declared here. Now after declaring, so here we are stating the states, and then we have to state the inverts which are going to display, or they are going to change this. And I have forgotten here, we have to make this private state. Okay, so for now all of this, they are just private. So what we have to do now is just to set these states and provide the events which are going to change these states here. Now for example, here we can create a function, or we can use a variable. So for our case here, we can create a function, and this function here we can call that Okay, now we have already created all of our states and our events which can modify our states here. So for example, here we can add another UI behavior which can easily, so we are decoupling the UI behavior from the composables and keeping up here. So for example, if you want to disable the button when all of these, for example, the first name, last name and other things, they are just not there when they are blank. So for example, here we can create a variable, and this variable here we can call it, for example, okay, now when we are not typing inside this text here, we are not going to enable the button. For this case, we can use this variable here. So as you have seen, this is the use of this, and I'm going to make a video where we are going to use other states. So there are different ways of managing this class so that you can manage your state effectively. There is a way which you have to create a custom composable which is going to remember all of the states and other things. So for now, we are just going to use this format here. Now we have all of our states. Now we can navigate here to our login screen and we can start to type our code inside here now. Okay, now as usual here, we can start by creating our surface. Okay, now after we create here our surfaces, now we can start to create our text fields. So when we navigate here, you can see that our text fields here, we contain 2 text fields, and then we contain other text field inside the column. So we are going to first to create here a row. Now we can navigate here inside this surface. We can create first a column. Here we are creating our states. We are passing here our first state, and also here we are passing an event which is going to be something like a callback which is going to update here our states. Now after that, here we can pass in here a modifier because we are going to have 2 text fields. So we can pass in here a modifier and we can add here a weight. And here we have to change our state, not first name, so we can call here last name, and here we can call last name change. So for that case, we are going to finish here creating our state for this. So we can add here keyboard options, and then here we can pass in keyboard options, and here we can use keyboard type, and inside here we can pass in password keyboard type. Now after that, we can just close this here. So for there we have our keyboard options, and also we can try to pass inside here. Okay, now after we create all of these passwords here and confirm password, we have to create this here, and we are going to use row. So for that case, we can create here a row. What we did forget here is to add the check change. So we can just come here to the sign up state here, and we can just paste this, and then here we can change. So now here we have finished to create our checkbox, and we have passed in this check the state, and also we can create here a little bit of spacer. Now here we're going to add another spacer. For our case here we can add 8 dp. Now after that we can try now to add up a button, so you can use this button. Also here we are going to pass in a shape, and here we can use the material theme shape, and here we are passing medium. Now after that here we are going to add the last text, which is going to, if a user has an account so that can register. So what we have to do here, we are going to create another row. So now we are filling max size, and also we are wrapping content size, and align this to the bottom center. So this one is going to ignore parents measurements, and for that case here we are going to add a text. And then here we can pass in a text, for example, and here we can call this. And here we can make this text clickable, so we can call here a modifier. And here we can add a color. And here we can add a little bit of spacer, like 8 dp. Now I think we are done creating here our UI. So for this sign up, we can try now to run our application here. Instead of calling this login, we can just create here another and calling up the sign up screen, and let's try and run inside our application and see the output. Okay, now our app is launched, and as you can see here we have probably our UI ready, but we have forgotten one thing here, because we are just we have not added here the page here to make this sign up, and also we have used here primary variant instead of primary color. So we can fix this. We can jump inside here, and also we can pass in here primary, so we can use the primary color so that this text can be shown. And also here we have forgotten, we have to add a little bit of padding here. Now after that we can just come upside here, and for this case here we can create inside the column here, we can add a text. And we can paste it inside here, and instead of login here we can just call this. And this one we have to add to be horizontal, so we can just try to add this, because we are adding here a spacer, so it's going to add more spaces. So instead here we have just to paste this to be horizontal instead to have a lot of spaces. So I think we are done there. Now we can try to relearn again and see the output. Okay, now our app is launched, and as you can see here we have our app ready here, but the space from here to here and here is just different, so we can try to fix this by using just paddings. And also here we have forgotten to change this label here to email address, all of these places. So let's fix this right now. and here it's going to be password. Okay, let's try and relearn again and see the output. Okay, now here is our output, and as you can see here, now we have a good visual arrangement, and it's just difficult to get everything correct when you are not using a visual approach. So I think we have done a pretty good job in this video. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and provide a like. See you in the next video, where we are going to finish up this, and we are going to hook up with navigation and create a nested navigation. For example, here we are going to create a nested navigation for this UI to be navigating to other places, so that we can decouple the navigation logics. So don't forget to provide a like. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye for now.